So in my Camon 40 Premier review, I asked the question as to how it compares to smartphones like the Galaxy A56. Well, just drop a comment below if you want me to make a full head-to-head review of these two phones. And depending, of course, on how many comments I get and how this video does, I will definitely be making that video. And yeah, I got tons of comments. Now, just like every other comparison on this channel, to make it easier for you, we will be using these 10 pillars to determine which one of them is the winner. There will also be timestamps in this video so you can easily skip to the part that matters the most to you when it comes to deciding which of these two phones you want to go for. And please, this is me appealing. If you shop on Amazon, don't forget to use our affiliate links in the description of this video. It's just your own way of supporting me and the channel. So I have my pen ready, I have my book all set. Let's get into it. There is a day and night difference between the boxes of these two smartphones when it comes to size. Tecno gives you some good number of accessories in the box. You actually get a 70 watts charging adapter and a cable. You also get a very high quality case to use on the phone, like it's really high quality. While Samsung being Samsung, they don't give you almost nothing in the box. So as to what you get in the box, it's obviously a big 3 points to the Camon 40 Premier. Now, this isn't a big deal for most people who already know this, so let's just move on to the next one. I always feel design is subjective. Both of these phones have really nice designs, which we all have known and come to get used to and really like. What is very important, however, is their build quality. And these are the facts on ground. The Galaxy A56 has a glass build, a glass rear, and a polished aluminum frame that makes it look really sturdy when you hold it in your hands, and really strong too. And then the glass at the back is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus for that extra durability. But it has a lower IP67 rating when it comes to protection from dust and water. On the other hand, the Camon 40 Premier, where I think it has a plastic back, Tecno is actually silent as to the material build of this phone. And then also, it has a higher IP68 and 69 rating when it comes to water and dust protection. So even though both of these phones will be fine if they fall inside water and you pick them out, you can actually deliberately use the Camon 40 Premier underwater to take pictures. And because it can survive high pressure water, you can go scuba diving with it. You can't do any of those two things I just mentioned with the Galaxy A56. So in this segment, I'm going to be calling it a tie. Both of these phones have very nice designs, as you can see, but the Galaxy A56 has a better scratch protection, while the Camon 40 Premier has a better water protection. So it is 1.5 to both of them. Yeah. We have always hailed Samsung as the king of displays, but in this case, are they still king? Well, spec-wise, the Galaxy A56 has a 6.7 inches 1080p Super AMOLED display that refreshes at 120 Hz. It can get as bright as 1600 nits at high brightness mode. It supports HDR10 Plus for that really sharp colors when you're watching videos, and also the display is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus from scratch and dent like we have at the back. On the other hand, the Tecno Camon 40 Premier has a 6.67 inches LTPO AMOLED display with a 1.5K resolution that refreshes at 144 Hz. Now the brightness can go as high as 1600 nits. It supports HDR and is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 7i. So outrightly, the Camon 40 Premier has a better display, has a higher refresh rate, higher resolution. It is more adaptive, and to even cook it further, the bezels are thinner than we have in the Galaxy A56. And also, even though both of these phones have the same optical under-display fingerprint sensor, I found the Camon 40 Premier to be faster when opening my phone and more responsive than the Galaxy A56. So once again, when it comes to display, there is no disputing the fact that the Tecno Camon 40 Premier gets all 3 points. Looking good for the Tecno phone. I think we're going to be getting our second tie in this category because both phones are actually equipped with a very efficient 4nm processors. It is Dimensity A350 on the Camon 40 Premier and Samsung's own Exynos 1580 on the Galaxy A56. Now, both processors can handle just about anything you throw at them. They both have large cooling chambers inside them that can help you to be able to handle heat dissipated during extensive gaming sessions. And you also have up to 12 gigs of RAM from both phones, so apps open really fast on both phones, and you can just see how fluid and smooth it is when you're trying to switch between them or use the UI of the phone. I also carried out a CapCut performance test to know which one exports videos in 4K faster, and yeah, the Camon 40 Premier won. Now, for those who really care about benchmark results and scores and stuff like that, well, the numbers actually look better with the Dimensity A350 in the Camon 40 Premier. So really, it should actually win this category. But since we have 3 points to share between these two phones, I think we'll be giving 2 points to the Camon 40 Premier and just 1 point to the Galaxy A56. I think that's fair enough. Now, battery and charging. I think in this category, the win definitely goes to the Camon 40 Premier. It has a slightly bigger battery size at 5100 mAh compared to the A56 5000 mAh that it has built in. And also it charges fast with a 70 watts charging speed compared to the 45 watts that we have with the Galaxy A56. So there's actually lesser downtime with the Camon 40 Premier. And that is just the basics, but this phone, the Camon 40 Premier, actually gives you a little bit more. We have bypass charging, which is very, very essential if you really want to avoid stressing your battery. If, for example, you are engaging in long session watching movies or playing games, bypass charging is very good. Now, the fact is that in the battery department, the Camon 40 Premier offers both better features and better experience. And with a more adaptive refresh rate, like we talked about in the display, it offers even longer battery life overall. So convincingly, it is the better one. So all 3 points will definitely be going to the Camon 40 Premier. Usually, this is Samsung's stronghold. When you're comparing any Samsung phone with any other phone, when it comes to software and software updates, just give it to Samsung, because One UI being like one of the best Android skins out there when it comes to features, coupled with the unprecedented 6 years of Android software updates we're getting with the A56, like I feel it should just be enough for us to just declare the Galaxy A56 as a winner of this category. But another fact that you can't ignore is the fact that iOS is also feature packed. So both phones will give you very good software experience as you're using them. And Tecno also promised 3 years of Android update along with 5 years of security update. But this is 2025, and whether you have embraced it or you are yet to, AI is now part of any software experience when you are using any mobile phone. And thankfully, both of these phones have AI features in them. In the Galaxy A56, there's actually two I like really well. The AI Select that allows you to select part of your screen, which can come in really handy in some situations. We also have Best Face, which is also a pretty useful feature in the gallery app of the Galaxy A56. But I can confirm to you that you're going to find way more practical and interesting AI features in the Camon 40 Premier. We have features like call assist, writing assist, or drawing assist. And my favorite on the Camon 40 Premier being the problem solving that you can just use to solve any mathematical problem by just pointing your phone camera to it, plain and simple. So once again, I think when it comes to software experience, yeah, Samsung may tend to have it in terms of longer software support, but I think the difference, it is really not so much this time around. So in this category, I dare say it's going to be a tie. Yeah, both of these phones have very good software, very good promise of software updates, and yeah, it's gonna be a tie. I'm trying to decide, but I think that is fair enough. What do you think? I actually created this category because if you are someone like me who have your main SIM as an eSIM, then by any means, please don't go for the Camon 40 Premier because it doesn't have the eSIM functionality. Only the Galaxy A56 actually has it. Now, how Tecno missed out on something as important as that is really baffling to me. But yeah, I would say for connectivity, it definitely goes to the Galaxy A56 3 points. Starting off with their specs. The Galaxy A56 has a 50 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 5 megapixel macro lens. And of course, at the front, a 12 megapixel selfie camera. On the other hand, the Camon 40 Premier has a 50 megapixel Sony camera, a 50 megapixel telephoto 3x optical zoom lens, a 50 megapixel ultra wide camera, and at the front, a 50 megapixel selfie camera. Like from the get-go, you can tell who has better camera hardware already. It is definitely the Camon 40 Premier. Yeah, now both of them takes very decent pictures in proper lighting. Colors are really sharp and dynamic range processing is on point for both phones. For a phone that cost this much, we'll talk about the price very soon, I would say I wasn't expecting anything less in terms of the quality of pictures you take with the two phones. Now, that said, the presence of a dedicated telephoto lens in the Camon 40 Premier means you get better portrait shots, especially when you have to zoom in. Now, here is an example of a 2x zoom from both phones and a 3x zoom from both phones. That is the beauty of having a telephoto lens. You just get better quality and details in your portrait pictures. Now, the fact that every or most mid-range phones we're having right now always comes with a dedicated telephoto zoom lens, and it's not available in the Galaxy A56, which is like the best mid-range phone from Samsung, it just feels somehow. And that takes us to videos, where even though both phones can shoot at 4K quality with both the front and the back cameras, the Camon 40 Premier takes it further because it allows you to shoot at 4K 60 FPS, which gives you very smooth, slower video, 60 FPS. And since both phones have stability inbuilt, you get some really stable shots when you are making videos with them. So in essence, you actually get better pictures and video quality with the Camon 40 Premier. And that definitely makes it the better camera phone amongst these two phones. So when it comes to cameras, all 3 points goes to the Camon 40 Premier. Now, these are features found in both phones that I could not really fit into any of the categories I just mentioned. For example, this breathing light is very good when it comes to letting you know when you have notifications with your phone face down. We also have the one tap button, which is a pretty good feature that helps you take clear pictures of fast objects. We also have NFC on this phone and this infrared sensor that can help you control your electronics at home, so you don't need a remote if you actually have this phone. All of these features is not available in the Galaxy A56. So I did not intend to actually award it any points to it, but I think it's only fair to give the 3 points for extras to the Camon 40 Premier. So now the last category, and that is price/availability. Now, for me, this is where everything hangs because the Camon 40 Premier has only one version, like I said before, that comes with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of non-expandable storage, and it sells for around 694,000 naira. Meanwhile, with 640k, you will be getting just 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage if you choose to go for the Galaxy A56. So even though there's about 50,000 naira or thereabout difference in price between these two phones, the Camon 40 Premier actually gives you more RAM power which is better performance and just better everything with this phone. But there is a problem of availability, because in my review of the Camon 40 Premier, I got many people asking me, how do they get this phone? They've checked online, it's not available, and stuff like that. So it's time for me to collate the results. As you can see here, let's see, the gap is really massive. Just 7 points to the Galaxy A56 and 20 points to the Camon 40 Premier. Honestly, I don't know how to conclude this video, but you guys have seen. So whichever one you decide to go for, depending on what's most important for you, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope I made it clear enough for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like these. I'll get to catch you in my next video. Thank you.